What's going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's episode, we will be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as Tron to BTC. We will also be discussing Litecoin's Lightning Network capacity up by 116% in the last 30 days, which is absolutely huge. Definitely something I would highly recommend sticking around for and checking out. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up if you like the content. This way you don't miss out on any important crypto related news, events, or prices to buy in at. Otherwise, let's jump right in. So we're on the current coin market cap, and as you guys can see, the current market cap is 119 billion. We have a 24-hour volume of 14.7 billion, and then we have a Bitcoin dominance of 52.4%. So what I can see practically based off of here, there's a couple of things. One is the market cap is dipping quite a bit. It's slightly down from yesterday, but quite a bit down from where we started a couple of weeks ago. If we put a pinpoint on the board, we are down in market cap by quite a bit. 24-hour volume is also dropping and depleting, and Bitcoin dominance is also depleting quite a bit too. But for the most part, we are having a down day, a negative day. And as we can scroll down, you can see a lot of that is reflected in the price. There are a couple of coins that are doing fairly well, okay. Out of the top 10 coins, only 3 out of the 10 are in green, and not really by much. Surprisingly, Litecoin is one of those that is actually doing, it's up, it's maintaining its value. Tron doing pretty well, actually, up 5.5%. We will be looking at Tron a little more in depth today as well. Bitcoin SV up 0.18%, but Bitcoin and the rest of them are only down by around 1%. To 2% average. Most part of the market, I'd say, is down by like 1%. There are some double-digit coins up. Factum is up 16.6%. 10x, Mixin, Project Pi, they're all up 10%. Quite interesting if you ask me. There are definitely some coins that do the opposite or follow their own path compared to cryptocurrency. They're usually smaller companies because they don't really follow Bitcoin as much, and they stray away from more of the trading aspect of things, where Bitcoin and crypto is more so towards trading. They have their own companies or development in their company that uses these tokens as a different purpose, and that kind of increases the value, and why it doesn't follow the normal path that Bitcoin does. But diving into today's episode, I did want to discuss Litecoin's Lightning Network capacity. That's actually up by 116% in the last 30 days. So I did have somebody reach out to me on Twitter. I believe my Twitter is in the description as well if you guys wanted to follow me on there. And this is, Litecoin is doing quite well. And before I dive into this, if you guys want to get some free cryptocurrency, some free Bitcoin, or some free Litecoin, basically, if you check out the first link in the description, it's a website called ABRA. Basically, they're doing a promotion. It's about, I think they have a week or two left before the promotion goes away. But basically, if you sign up and you use you deposit $5 through your bank account, Chase, whatever you use, some type of credit union, whatever it is, if you deposit $5 and you turn it into Bitcoin, they will reward you with $25 of Bitcoin, and you could obviously transfer that into Litecoin or whatever else you want. But definitely take advantage of that. It also helps the channel as well. Whatever $25 you get, the channel gets that as well. So it's a good referral. Definitely check it out. But basically, this Lightning Network is gaining traction. I'm also sporting the Litecoin accepted here. They're doing quite a bit in advertising and promoting cryptocurrency, specifically Litecoin. They're promoting Litecoin, and I did want to discuss that. The number of channels for both Bitcoin and Litecoin is increasing at a phenomenal rate, at a very fast rate. According to 1ML, a Lightning Network search and analysis engine, Litecoin's Lightning Network capacity has increased by 116% in the last 30 days. Apart from the network capacity, the number of channels, as well as the number of nodes for the Lightning Network, are up as well. Litecoin's Lightning Network currently has 504 channels, up by around 75% since the last month, and the network has 123 nodes, up by 24% since the last month. The network currently has a capacity of 52 to Litecoin. One of the biggest factors in the increase of the number of Lightning nodes for Litecoin is due to the Lightning support by CoinGate, which we've done an article on a couple of days ago. CoinGate is constantly increasing its Lightning capacity. It is by far the biggest node in terms of rate of capacity increase and the third largest node in terms of overall capacity. So there was a tweet put out by CoinGate. It said, "We won't postpone the next big launch. Litecoin Lightning Network is on, and we began the trial together with our first selected merchant, which was Surfshark Secure. More will join soon. For now, dig into the blog post more about Litecoin, Satoshi Light, Litecoin Foundation, etc., etc. But basically, Litecoin is aggressively pushing Litecoin payments. The Litecoin Foundation has started taking steps to educate the merchants and make them accept Litecoin. Litecoin was recently featured in UFC after it sponsored a UFC match to gain publicity. So it's actually pretty awesome. You know, even being part of the East Coast Litecoin Foundation, it's huge. So the fact that they're talking about us with such great positivity is huge, and we're really pushing the adoption of Litecoin as a payment method. I've done a video, obviously, if you check out my channel, first video that pops up is getting a Lamborghini company to accept Litecoin. You can now rent and use Lamborghinis, Bentleys, Rolls Royces, etc. with Litecoin. It's pretty awesome if you think about it, how easily and how, you know, socially accepted Litecoin is, and it's becoming less of this taboo and more of this publicly traded, usable, you know, means of currency. So it's absolutely awesome. Now, in terms of channels, I think that's more in depth into the mining. I could be wrong, but even if you look at channels in terms of YouTube, if that's maybe what they're referring to, YouTube and crypto and Bitcoin, there's becoming tons and tons and tons of more publicity and channels like myself that have been created. Yes, I've been having my channel for quite a bit longer than the past month, but there are a lot more, you know, channels out there that are making videos on Litecoin and Bitcoin because they know they're popular. Litecoin is definitely, as you can see, up 130%. It's in the search and analysis engine. It's up quite a bit. An astronomical rate, 137% since last month, is huge, which means it's gaining some traction. It's starting to, you know, grow. It is the sleeping giant. So definitely pay attention to it. Furthermore, moving on to today's episode, or the technical analysis part of today's episode, Litecoin to USD Coinbase. So I'm on Litecoin, the daily chart in Coinbase, and as you guys can see, we are still stuck within this channel. Now, this is big, guys. You know, I made a video yesterday on it. I'm going to make a video today on it, but this is really big. It's big news. When we see this low volume, when we see the stability, the fact that we're trapped in this channel, it is an indication that something bigger is coming. It usually is within cryptocurrency. So the fact that we're seeing sideways momentum, low volume, very low volume, you can see right here, it's an indication that a bigger move is in play. Now, some people are like, you know, this is an indication of a bearish market, a dead cat bounce. It's very possible. You know, for long-term gains, I don't think a dead cat bounce is going to affect much. For short-term swings, you know, if we see a nice move, a play up to $40, that's a big jump, and I'll probably sell some more crypto. I'm probably going to buy in if we can break through the $33 level and ride the $33 to $39, $6 per coin. It's quite a bit of profit, and make a couple $100 off of that. Personally, you guys do with it as you will. But this line is being tested quite a bit, and it's kind of getting me slightly nervous. You know, we'd all be quite happy if we did break up to the upside, but, you know, to really cover the ground, it is definitely very, very, very possible, potentially likely, that we could see a break to the downside, mainly because of how long we've been testing this bottom line. We've had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and currently 16 days. Sporadic days, but within a time period of the 20th of December to now, so about a month. Within 4 weeks, we have seen tests on this support, and it's holding very strong, which is good. But the fact that it's constantly testing it, it's going to slowly, you know, weaken its support, and it could break bearish and fall. You know, we obviously don't want that. The fact that the RSI on the daily is trading in the middle and we're no longer up at the top does give us potential to, you know, shoot back up and retest that high-low MMA on the daily. It also gives us potential to retest 23 on the daily. So definitely something we're going to have to pay attention to. Obviously, the 4-hour can give us more cues and signs as to what's potentially going on. You know, we did sell off. We did lower down in price. We were yet to able to break this downtrend right here. Or sorry, the high MMA, the resistance at the top here at 33. But what we were able to tell is that there is definitely a support at $29, $30. And you can see that we are trading very flat at 50. on the RSI, 45 on the RSI. So it's truly a hit or miss. You can clearly see the tons of volume sell off right there, but it's definitely an interesting play. We could potentially break up to the upside. I'm really looking for a play to $40 and make some quick profit over the beginning of this week. That would definitely be a better thing, but otherwise, some also totally off topic, but the channel is about to break 6,500 subscribers, which is absolutely awesome, on our way to 7,000. So thank you guys for that. I do truly tremendously appreciate it. I'm so grateful for all you guys from really making this channel what it is today. But otherwise, you guys can see definitely tons and tons of support at that $30. I'm really hoping that we do hold it. Taking emotion aside, it is definitely a possibility though that the longer we test this, the pull to a $23 Litecoin is definitely amidst us. But otherwise, moving on to Bitcoin. Bitcoin once again testing support. I truly think Bitcoin is going to make some sort of play. It could pull down to $3,200. I do not see it going anywhere lower than that. But what I can also see it doing is, with this low volume, with the currency trading at 50, we are getting ready for a big move within cryptocurrency. We could also see a move all the way up to around $4,300 on Bitcoin's daily. But for the most part, I cannot see us going anywhere higher than like 45.88. And I do see consolidation taking place for the next couple of weeks until we come closer to this downtrend right here, this big descending triangle we are in. The downtrend needs to be tested, and we could potentially break to the upside. We could see a $5,000 or $5,500 Bitcoin fairly quickly if we can consolidate out and break bullish from that. But there is money to be made within the downtrend as we continue up. A break, we're retesting here. Last time we retested, we broke upwards to around $4,000, which is where the previous resistance is, up at the top here. So we could see another play like that definitely happen. Definitely keep an eye open. Ethereum doing a very similar move. As you guys can see, we do have a double bottom, so that is an indicator that we could see a nice break to the upside actually. Last time we tested the bottom at 114, we shot up from 114 to 160. We could see that again. We are seeing a double bottom, clear indicator that this is definitely a line of support. We could hold out strong and break up, but all the coins all across the board are trading at 50 on the RSI, which is an indication we are ready to move and we are going to do it hard. So be patient. We are going to see a very sporadic, organized plan. We're not really sure when it's going to pop, but it will, and it will do it fast and it will do it quick. So we do have to be semi-patient for it. You can see in one day we shot up from 113 all the way to 136. And that was at this price level we're currently at right now. So let's just keep our eye on the price, not the prize, the price. Lastly, checking out Tron to BTC. Obviously, this is going to adjust it to Ethereum. I'm not sure why. I'm just going to type in TRX to UTS or TRS to BTC, pulling up the Tron chart really quick. As you guys can see, I apologize for the other chart not loading up. I did have to reset my computer because Google Chrome wasn't working. But as you guys can see, Tron is definitely trading very nicely. Very, very, very nicely indeed. There is definitely a resistance currently exactly where it is. Reason being, as you can see, we did have this massive wick on this candle, and we pulled right back down to this resistance line right here. And we have been testing this for quite some time. So with that being said, there is a resistance up at the top, but I have yet to been looking at that. This does change my opinion on things. We're actually very close to seeing a nice movement within Tron, and I'm leaning more towards a bearish pullback, at least a retracement back down to its high-low MMA. Something like this is definitely going to happen, nearing its high-low MMA like that, and this one right here too. It's going to pull back down, most likely to its high-low MMA, because of this resistance at the top, because we're so overextended, and because we're nearing overbought on its RSI. It only has room to really grow down. I'd be very shocked if we see a pop, but within the next couple of days we will see this ascending triangle break. So definitely be patient. Money to be made, good buying opportunity when we do fall, if we fall. Otherwise, that's going to sum up today's episode, guys. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up if you like the content, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's episode. Peace.